Slap on that thing.
I slapped it. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Artists and the City, where you meet the hottest and newest artists in New York City. Today we have...
Your ghost producer.
Who are you?
I'm the ghost. I'm the ghost behind the machine.
He's my ghost producer. Welcome. How are you feeling today?
I'm good. I'm glad you let me out of my cage and onto the show.
I'm excited that I kind of like pushed you.
You got me in. You got me in the show.
Yes.
And I'm here to be interviewed, I guess.
Yeah. Are you gonna produce me?
Well, I've been producing. I'm the ghost producer, and so although you can't see me, I have been producing.
What else have you been producing?
Yeah, mostly ghost related stuff. a lot of ghost porn, if I'm being honest.
Ghost
porn. A lot of ghost porn. I'm not proud of it.
Wait.
But I have to put.
I never thought of a ghost below the torso.
You mean ghost penis, ghost dick?
Yeah, ghost dicks and ghost vaginas.
Yeah. Ghosts get wet and hard, and they have ghost
But they're
sex.
supposed to be like not touchable, though. That's how I think of them.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they with each other it works. It's just with humans it doesn't work. I mean, sometimes with humans it works, but it takes.
You don't do human and ghost porn?
Only if the lady is crazy enough that a ghost can fuck a lady. Mm-hmm. But her mind needs to be rotted to the point of accepting a ghost.
Do you think I'll be capable for it?
Is your mind? No, you're not. You're not there yet.
Okay, I'm not broken enough.
I mean, you're on the right track. You just need to give it maybe 10, 15 more years.
Okay.
2 more cats.
Don't forget about me when you.
I'll be there
Are
with my
casting.
ghost, with my ghost dick.
Yeah, I'm ready
All
with
right.
my human vagina.
All right, then I'll give it to you when you're good and crazy.
Okay,
And then,
we'll do.
we'll-
The name of the porn would be Ghost and the City.
Okay,
Yeah, would you like that?
I'd like Ghost in the Pussy. I think that's a better,
That
might be a better-
we'll do that.
more apt title.
Yeah. So you've seen our podcast, and what are your thoughts?
It's a pretty podcast. I'm not gonna lie, it's boring at times. Sometimes I have to sometimes I'll find myself mind wandering.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say this: you do have interesting guests on. You have very interesting guests, and you are an interesting person,
Thank you.
which is interesting. And I think that overall, what you're doing is, if I had to put it in one word, I'd say interesting. I think.
Oh, I like that.
yeah,
I
it's
like the summary of it. I think the part
Well,
that
you have a very good eye for talent. I will say that. You have a very good eye for talent. You have an artist's eye
yeah,
and
I
an
do.
artist's ear.
I do. I have such a I love that I have such a diverse interest in different art.
Don't be afraid to compliment me at any time. I just want you to know that.
I mean, like, you also know what good art is, so you're appreciating my artistic taste.
That is true.
Yeah,
That is
and
very true.
I'm very excited for the guests that's coming on next week's, because we have a really amazing painter and also a musician, and I admire them a lot. I met a lot of good people in New York.
Did you say musician or magician?
Musician.
Okay.
I have struggles with that word.
All right. Well, hold on. You tell me. How do you like your podcast so far? How do you like what you're doing?
Oh, I love it. I love the fact that I have a platform.
Okay.
That's number one. Whenever
right.
I want to say something, I'm like, let me just say this on my pod.
You have an outlet.
Yes.
Yes.
And then second is that this is my way to like really get to know people that I want to meet. Like the person that you saw, Maria, I've been fangirling her the whole time.
Would you say you have a crush on Maria?
Yeah.
All right. That's fair.
Who doesn't?
She's hot. I was here for that.
She's so hot. I
She's
am
a smoke show.
dying. And then I also had Zoe Levy on podcast, and I have been really admiring her work as well. So it was just like my ways to like show support and get to know these people that I like,
Kind of a way
including yourself.
including me. All right. So it's kind of a way to kind of plug yourself in. You can getting to know people.
Yeah.
You're using the platform as a almost a bonding experience, a way to kind of share something with someone else.
Exactly.
And get to know. That's
Yeah.
really cool. I think
I
that's pretty
also
cool.
feel like this is a one way to really bring together all the things that I have. Like I have interest in like the arts, like painting, dancing. The part where I lost you in that earlier podcast was because we were really talking about dancing itself. And then you don't have like background in dancing, so it's like less interesting for you.
No, I mean, it's a very tough, but it's still interesting to hear someone's story, like to see that someone is, even if I'm not into dancing, it's a whole world in and of itself. And it is interesting to peer into another world.
Yeah.
That's interesting. And when you're good at, so yeah, you have to respect the fact that even if it's out of my realm of interest, there's still a lot to appreciate. There's still hierarchy. There's still interesting aspects to it. And I think that everyone's got their own story. And even if it's something, even if they do something that may not be particularly interested in, people are interesting. And I found her to be very interesting.
Yeah.
I think you did that was a good selection.
I mean, what is your background? What's your story?
Wait, before we start pointing toward me, what's your ambition with this podcast? I just want to know. I mean, you like to bond with people. That's very fun. It's cheaper than going out to dinner or lunch. So this is a good, but do you have any artistic ambition with the podcast? Is there anything you're trying to accomplish artistically or creatively? I mean, it doesn't have to be that fancy. Just
let me answer that in a different way.
Because you're a natural born artist. I think that's, you kind of are. And so I'm curious how you see this or where you want to take this.
So before starting the podcast, I researched the personalities or like celebrities that I aspire to become. And then I pulled out a couple people that I really liked, and I'm like, I can kind of see myself like them. And then one commonality.
Such as?
These people, do you know Amelia? The one that she does the chicken shop date.
Yeah, I'm sorry I asked. I have no idea.
And then there was another girl called, fuck.
But you saw people doing cool things, I guess.
Yeah, so like cool people that I want to become, one commonality is that they have a podcast.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, that's my next step.
Okay. It's kind of the accoutrement. You have to have it. Like, you want to be an artist, you have to have a podcast kind of thing.
It's more like if I want to be, I feel like I'm kind of like stretching on what I will become at the end. And I feel like podcast is one of them. One avenue to actually achieve that.
And the reason why is because you've seen these people who you admire using it in their, let's say, breadth of artistic ventures.
Yeah.
So you want to throw your hat in and you want to see what this feels like and how you would take it, what your artistic point of view would be on this.
And then now I'm like doing it. I can see it because I have pretty good like video editing skills.
Really?
Yeah, I make some like spicy content. I'm very proud of it.
I like the idea of video editing means cutting your clothes out of it. That's how you.
No. Like spicy as in like some juicy stuff. I think when
do you animate and stuff? Do you know how to like do After Effects or like any of the animation stuff?
I mean, if I have to, I will learn it. But like what I'm saying is that when I'm having like this kind of conversation, I instantly know it's like, oh, this is good for content. Like that 30-second, I'm like, this is content moment. And I have that instinct.
Yeah, but okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So you know to keep the cameras on, but you know also when the moment occurs. The as the French say, what's that? There's like a word for it. When you capture the moment in a photograph, I think there's like a French phrase for that or something.
Oui.
I don't know. I forget. Something French.
Something like that.
All right, you want to know about me and my ghost life?
Yes. Tell us your story.
Well,
Why are you a ghost?
Well, I was born a ghost. Most people die and then they're ghosts that way. But I was actually...
Wait, question. Was that from a ghost sex? Were you
I'm the son of two ghosts. Exactly right.
Okay.
I'm the son of two ghosts having unprotected sex. And
ghosts,
then,
get your shit together.
No, look, I mean, ghosts are going to be ghosts. You can't like try to curb... abortion's a big thing in the ghost community, and it's just not something, if you could, you don't have to.
Wait, I thought in order to be a ghost, you have to be a human before. This is a novel concept.
Yes, but some ghosts can be birthed from others. So I'm a pure ghost.
Oh, you're born to be a ghost.
Actually means there's a chance I can become a real person at some point. It's something.
Oh, I didn't know they can be reversed.
It's something, it's like something to do with physics, but yeah. Actually,
No,
if you're born a ghost, you can become a human.
I don't know enough about physics, but that makes a lot of sense.
It makes, when you think about it, because if you just think about it like in reverse, like most ghosts are humans first, and then they become, so every spirit has a chance to become a human, and I'm technically a spirit, and so I can work that in reverse somehow. I can become a human being.
So does the
I just
ghost?
have to kill a politician. That's how you do it.
Which one would you kill?
Or a pop star. You have to either kill a politician or a pop star.
Which one would you kill?
Politician or pop star?
Yeah, choose one.
Oof. If I had to choose, who would I kill? I mean, there's a lot of good. It's not fair. You don't want to leave someone out. You know what I mean? So you want to like.
I mean, if you want to kill someone, would you kill them because you like them so much or you hate them so much?
Look, the more the favor you do the world, the better the life you get as a human being. And so you want to pick an especially grotesque celebrity and or politician. And I think if I thought deep down about it, I think the most grotesque celebrity / politician would have to be Andrew Schultz. I think that's the most evil person in show business.
Shout out to Andrew Schultz. What's up, Tap In?
Love you, Andrew. Coming for you. Coming for you.
I actually met him once.
Did you?
Yeah, this
Did
is a
you
crazy
attempt
story.
to? Okay, there's no.
So, I met someone at Grizzly Pear,
Yes.
and then
Wait a minute. For the audience who doesn't know, do you want to tell them what?
Grizzly Pear is so in New York, West Fourth. There's a whole bunch of like comedy clubs in this street, and then Grizzly Pear is one of the clubs, and I picked up my friend who was performing there, and then we walked by the Comedy Cellar, and then this person is like, "Yo, Minji, let's stop, can we?" Oof, sorry.
That's great. I like that. It's
Yeah, it's New York.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Minji,
You don't get that in other podcasts in
Exactly.
other cities. Yeah.
and let's stop. I gotta go say hi to this person."
Yeah.
And then he just walks into this like Comedy Cellar,
Yeah.
like the eating area, and then turned out it was Andrew Schultz
Oh my
and
God.
Marcelo, the one on SNL.
Yeah, I know who you.
Yeah, like those two people and some other guys.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Who are you?" I didn't know them by then.
Yeah.
So, but like they were like, like chatting up. And it was Andrew Schultz. I thought it was Matteo Lane. But like, I'm like, this guy's too straight. But Matteo is so gay. So, I mean, I knew Matteo, didn't know Andrew Schultz.
Yeah.
So that's when I met Andrew Schultz.
Yeah, I think that if I think that's a cool story.
Yeah,
I
it
do think
is.
it's a cool
I think
story.
it is a very cool story. I mean,
cool
like
story.
back then, Marcelo is so huge in Korea, actually.
No, he's not.
He is. He actually is. He's like, Korean people love him. What up, Marcelo? Tap in.
Oh, that is fun.
Remember me? Yeah. But like, you're gonna kill Andrew Schultz to be a human.
Well, it's the point is to do the world a favor. I may kill Marcelo actually. Now that I think about.
Yeah. I mean, no, don't kill that guy. He's so adorable.
Oh my God.
He is
I can't even
adorable.
hear it anymore. I can't even hear it anymore.
I lost him. I lost the ghost now.
No, Marcelo's a good kid. He's a good kid. I don't think he likes me that much, but he's a good kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it, it was a crazy moment. Like these people at the same time,
Okay. All right.
I just didn't know who they were then.
Okay.
I didn't even know TJ Miller until you told me about him. So
Yeah, that's the interesting thing about you. You're really into comedy. See, this is a weird thing about you see this in like comedy a bunch is like a good chunk of people don't really have this like internal map of like who the comedians are and like all this kind of stuff and then you get guys who know every fucking buddy up and down and they're in everybody's business and they've got
I mean, you know how like a lot of people were raised with, I'm assuming a lot of people were raised with stand-up comedy. Like watch them when you're young, watch like really good special, watch really good jokes when you're young, and like I want to be that person, and then you try comedy. But for me, I just watched some random ass shit in New York, and I'm like, I can do that.
Yeah.
So like my bars were so low when I was starting.
Yeah.
Because I was just like seeing open mics, and then I'm like, tracing back. I'm like, okay, now I gotta like actually watch good shit.
Yeah.
So I got to like study and actually learn right, what does Dave Chappelle talk
You
about?
took out the pen and paper and you started taking notes.
Yeah, like that's like Asian of me.
That was
Like,
very Asian of you.
yeah, it's like I want to be like the A plus
Let me
student.
see here.
Yeah.
How can I get comedy?
Yeah, it's
No,
like
it's not just
okay.
Asian. I see women do that a bunch. I don't know. I think that's misguided. I don't even know. I mean, I just think there's a lot of instinct involved in any kind of like there's an immediacy to comedy, and you just have to at a certain point rely on your instincts. And
Yeah,
it's
like
good to write instinctually too. And
are you a comedian?
who, me?
Yeah.
I've haunted a few comedians.
Who did you hunt?
Oh, wow. I haunted John Lovitz back in the day. Damn near drove him crazy. Almost got him, but he escaped madness. Used to haunt Phil Hartman, but then I got sad about that and eventually left him just in time. Let me see here. Who else did I used to haunt? Andy Dick for a while. I used to haunt Andy Dick. Drove him insane. Let me see who else. It's good to get him go crazy. Pablo Francisco. Haunted him almost out of his damn mind. That was a fun one. That was really fun. I haven't haunted in a while, though, I have to be honest. I got to get back in the game.
Can I tell you something crazy?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know any of them you mentioned.
Well, there you go. That's me doing my job. I haunted them out of relevancy. You know, people talk about being a ghost. Like, it's very easy to be a ghost. You just sit back, jerk off, and show up every once in a while. It's hard, you know. Not everybody. You can't just drive anyone mad. You have to be clever about it. You know
Wait,
what
did you do? What did you do when you're
do
haunting
little
them?
things. You move things around when they're not looking.
Oh, that's so annoying.
Look, you shake you make it seem like something's going on and then you retreat.
Oh.
And there's ways to kind of implant yourself in their dreams, kind of haunt them day to day.
Oh my God, you make them lose control.
It's a kind of hypnosis. Yeah,
I
you
hate
have,
that.
yeah.
Don't do that to me.
Every once in a while, you can interact with the real world. You know what I mean? And just kind of influence the world around them.
Yeah.
A driver, for instance. Yeah, there's ways to affect the real world as a ghost that you'd be surprised. You can actually create a lot of. You can make a real difference in this world.
I admire your power, but like I don't want to be having that power. It sounds too powerful.
It's a lot
too
of
powerful that
responsibility.
like I can't have that.
It's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like we just talked about fame, and you're like you don't want to be famous, Minji. But I do. I actually want to be famous.
Look,
it's just what's your ghost perspective on fame?
Well, look, I mean, what I was trying to say is that with influence comes, other people trying to leverage your influence. And so if you become if you want fame for the sake of influence, because you want to be looked at and respected and revered. So what happens is you get this influence and everyone's trying to take a piece of you. You got to deal with people all the time. It just becomes this, and you can isolate yourself to a degree, but then that becomes, you keep doing it.
So at the end, you become the ghost.
There's a loneliness to it that I don't think most people consider. And I think that if you're lonely to begin with and you pursue that, you don't feel it so much, but it does create a separation. I think that is ultimately unfulfilling. That's just a ghost's point. I'm just a crazy ghost out here doing my thing. What do I know? What do I know?
No, because you have obviously witnessed a lot of famous people while
Lots of
hunting
famous
them.
people. Hundreds of years.
Yeah, hundreds of years you've been hunting famous people.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to hear your perspective. And maybe you're right. But like, what if I just like quit being famous at some point? I'm like, let me just not.
Nah, good luck with that. John Lennon tried that.
Oh, what happened to John Lennon?
Shot him dead.
Oh.
In the hotel over here.
So like he tried to be not famous?
The Dakota. I think he tried to like blend into New York society. He got a little too comfortable.
With Ono and Living Happy Life.
Yoko Ono. Don't act like you don't know who Yoko Ono is.
I know Yoko Ono. Everyone thinks that I am Yoko Ono. If I'm wearing that sunglasses, I am Yoko Ono.
You got Yoko vibes.
I do have her vibes.
You got Yoko vibes.
I actually do have her vibes. I mean, like, shout out to her. She's still alive, right?
Barely. But to be fair, she was kind of a zombie lady.
Yeah, I mean, like, I have this like crazy video that I saw on YouTube. It's like her singing along with John Lennon, and she is like a terrible singer.
I'm not gonna lie, I had something to do with that.
No way.
Oh yeah.
No way.
Oh yeah.
No way. Drop the T.
Yeah, I destroyed the Beatles. I'm the one who put her in the mix there. It wasn't easy.
So you wingmaned.
It was fun.
You wingman John Lennon for
just
Ono
watching
Yoko?
the demise. It was a lot of fun.
Wow. Yeah.
Look, ghosts do good for the world, and it was high time. That
I mean, no, I don't think people will agree that that's a good
It seems like a
work.
bad thing. I understand. I get that. Like from generally a perspective, you say, "Oh my God, you did all this damage."
How could you?
The world was ready to move on, and they knew they were ready to move on. And you never get credit. You're always the bad guy as the ghost, but you never get credit for winnowing the field, for clearing things out for the next run. And people don't realize how important that is. But the Beatles had to die for Hall & Oates to come. You think that the 80s would have been around if John Lennon had survived? No.
Okay.
You had to clear the field. You had to refresh things. And that's a good. People cry.
I am nodding because people gotta move on.
There's a cycle of life.
Yeah,
There's
sure.
a cycle. You gotta move on.
Yeah, like you have to like clean your house to welcome the new things.
Hey, knock knock. Guess who's there?
You shit.
Springtime. It's time to clean the fucking house.
Well, I resonate. Yeah. So thank you for your service to the world and to the international music community.
Well, it's nice to get a little gratitude every once in a while.
I appreciate you big time.
Yeah, everyone hunts the ghost. Everyone's scared of the ghost, but it's nice to get a thank you every once in a while. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah. I mean, like.
Thank you for that. Thank you for the thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A lot of gratitude.
Yeah.
And I guess going back to your ghost life.
Yeah.
What do you eat?
That's actually an interesting question. Ghosts don't eat. We survive off of ethereal mist. And so much like a shark, we need to be constantly moving. You can't see it right now. I fixated my position. I'm slowly dying as I sit here still. But
you already died. I mean, what's going?
Well, no, you can
like
cease to. No. The ghost
different.
is technically not alive, but it exists. You can cease to exist. That, in a way, is the ultimate death. And a ghost, if you don't eat, if you don't move. So you consume the ethereal dust, effectively. And so you constantly move and you consume that, and it keeps you alive. It's effectively all the leftover particles of life and what's in between life and death. We just kind of scoop that up, and that's what keeps us going.
So as a ghost producer of this show, how are you going to help me in the podcast?
Well, we've got a 3-point plan, and we're going to stick to that 3-point plan. Point 1, get interesting guests. Point 2, haunt those guests that deny us, right? And then step 3 is create a curtain of fear that then makes it so that every guest that we want comes on. And that is our path to success.
You know what? I want...
Oh, and really good sound. You gotta get clean sound.
For sure. Clean sound for sure.
Yeah, and you have to do interesting edits. Rick Glassman does very interesting edits.
What is that?
Edits.
Glass window?
Glassman.
Who is he?
His name is Ricardo Glassman. He does a lot of edits he does a podcast, but it's edit. You need it. You can't just let a podcast run. Sometimes you have to put interesting edits in there, and he'll have fun. He'll put like little interesting animations and.
Okay, we'll get him on the pod.
Don't get him on the pod. Just copy the style. You can kind of.
Okay, we'll get his style.
Or get him on the pod. If you need him, I'll let me know, and I'll haunt the shit out of him.
Yeah. You know what? You know who I want on my podcast? Eric Andre.
You see, I could have swore you're going to say Ronald McDonald.
No. Eric Andre. He just reposted my shit, and I'm like, we should be friends.
I can get you Ronald McDonald, the real Ronald McDonald.
Who is he?
He's a guy, actually. He's like 90. He's in his 90s at this point.
Why do I want an old
Why
guy?
do you want the original Ronald McDonald?
Who is he? What did he do?
All right. So you say you want to be an influencer, and here's the most influential man in the history of fast food, and you just want to summarily brush him off for who?
I don't think
for Eric Andre?
I don't think I want to know more about the fast food industry. This podcast is Artists in the City. I want to talk about.
You think
art.
I want to learn about dance? But what did we say? We said that interesting lives are interesting lives, and even if it's something you're not interested in, the person's life. Ronald McDonald has had a full life. And for you to just brush him off. All right, fine. What do you want?
Yoko.
You want Yoko Ono?
Oh, no, Yoko. She should be on this pod.
Yoko Ono?
Yoko Ono.
We can get her.
Yeah, let's get her. Wait, people say Yoko Ono, right?
Because it is. People say that because that's her name.
Because Yoko is her first name.
No, her first name is technically Yomazina Yokohama.
No.
Yomazina Yokohama.
No, like in Korean and Japanese word, we speak.
Her name is Yamaha Tobishi,
This guy's
Anheuser-Busch.
You're making this shit up. Sushi.
Okawana.
Miso soup.
Miso soup. Miso soup. Sauce on side.
It's so racist. This ghost is racist.
Listen, I'm a product of the world around me.
That's true. Yeah. You're absorbing the world.
Absorbing what's around me. Yamaha sauce on side.
Sushi miso soup. Oh no, I would love for you to be on my podcast. You're the legend.
Yeah, we'll get her on. We'll get her on.
She's literally the like icon. Like any like Asian woman hanging around a gallery, they like, all right, Yoko vibes.
Yeah, she was pivotal in my evil plan. If I couldn't have used her, you want me to, all right, let me check this real quick. What are we at?
25 minutes.
Yeah, we're good. We're moving.
We're moving.
Yeah. So what do you want to cover? Come on, we got time is precious.
I think
not for me. I'm a ghost. I can do.
Yeah, like we want to talk about the podcast, like how the future of podcasts. I would love a production team. So I'm happy that you're my producer now.
Yeah, ghost producer.
And the ghost producer now. And
Yeah.
then sure, the what was his name? I forgot. The Riverman?
Riverman?
Glassman?
Who?
Robert Glassman?
No, Riverman.
Riverman.
Brooks Riverman.
I think we're talking about something different.
We'll just have to agree to disagree.
Okay, it's just like the all those like
There's nothing wrong with that. You can agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree. Just like a good team to produce.
Minji, why don't you tell the audience how much cum is in this apartment right now? Which painting has cum and which painting does not have cum?
Okay, so for those who's only listening, we are sitting at this like.
Let's get to the interesting stuff.
Sometimes I make art with cum. What do you want?
And there's nothing wrong with that.
And that's fine. And some art has cum on it. And I love it because it's so personal and it mixes well with acrylic paint and it's awesome.
It's kind of a person. It's so personal. It's a pre-person.
Yeah, you just need like personal touches. Like I love doing like watercolor with someone's spit. That shit works. And like acrylic paint and cum, perfect ingredient together.
I'm surprised you haven't used period blood yet. That would seem like
I totally have used it.
Yeah, of course.
It's just so hard to collect.
Is it? It's once a month, and it's a constant. It's a renewable resource.
No, like you gotta like have this like period cup stuck in your vagina and took out this period cup.
Excuse me, I know how it works.
Yeah, but like just like the way, like it's so like a lot. But like when it comes to cum, it's like yo, come here, and then boom. Easier, but like for blood, it's like it's like you collect it and then boom. It's like a lot of work, but like cum is like it's splash.
Well, look, some people realize that the more hard work it takes, the more high quality something is. Some people appreciate that.
Okay, apparently there's this like one tarot reader who made a whole deck with her period blood, which sounds so insane and spiritual.
That's
to me.
The most female thing I've ever heard.
It actually is.
That's the most.
It's gross. Women can be so annoying, but it's okay. I am that woman. I think this is like a perfect note.
I can confirm. I was just in the bathroom, hair everywhere.
Don't expose
There's hair
me.
everywhere.
A lot of cum there too.
Oh my god.
Producer, I think we were gonna end the pod like a little earlier today, and I think this is a good note to end.
I don't know. You asked me, we just getting started. This was actually
a lot of cum in my apartment.
Bodily fluid segment of the.
And he's hunting a bunch of famous people, and we're gonna make this podcast so great.
One of these days, I'll be a real human being.
Yeah, I would love to get to know when you become a human being as well. Don't forget about me. Don't hunt me. Do not hunt me.
I can't. You know the rules. I can't. Look, I'll do my best. If I do end up haunting you,
be nice to me.
I mean, I can't.
Be nice to me.
I will do my best. How about that?
Okay.
I'm not gonna make any promises. I can't do that. I'm not that kind of ghost. But
yeah. Okay. Sure.
But I'll do my best. I'll do my best
and
make sure that.
Thank you. Good to know you care.
There's a silliness.
Do you care?
I care in a way.
doesn't know. He doesn't care.
I care in a way. There's a way that I care. But,
Wait, what's your pronoun? Is that they, them, or
no,
ghost, ghosty?
I'm nowhere. That's my...
Nowhere?
I'm no and where.
Okay, so no cares me.
I'm no one and nowhere. That's my pronouns.
No one cares about me. No.
Then that would mean that...
This is a lot to mix.
Hey, listen, I didn't open up the fucking can of worms of pronouns. But now that it's there, those are my fucking pronouns. And
no one and nowhere.
you respect them or you're some kind of evil, ghost-hating, prejudiced person.
Hey, don't cancel me. Ghost community, don't cancel me. It's just like I'm getting used to you guys. Like it's
Yeah,
just
you're
more...
saying that now, but before all this, you were having a lot of fun saying ghost lives don't matter. You were doing some stuff.
No, ghost lives matter.
Then
ghost
why did you say? Then why were you?
I never said that.
Michi, you said it before we even started. You were cackling in the corner. What? Laughing. You said, you're not a real human being.
What? We're ending this podcast right now. Thank you for coming onto this pod, Ghost.
Things don't need to get heated, but all right. Since we're here, I guess we're here. You wanna? Is this ending? Is this it?
Yes. Do you want to plug anything?
Yeah. You can see me haunting the streets of New York, and hopefully. Hopefully I become a real human one day and do some cool human stuff.
Yeah, I'll be watching out. Well, until then.
All right, Ghost 5. Ghost
Thank
5.
you. Ghost 5.